Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
A live look right now at Sterling Heights, where police are in a standoff with a driver after a chase that ended in a crash.
This is on westbound Metro Parkway near Shaner. Our Tim Pamplin is live on the scene with more. Tim?
Yeah, a wild scene here, folks. This is, as you say, Metro Parkway at Shaner. There you see the vehicle in the ditch. The driver is inside there. He's talking to police. They're hollering at him from their position over here. They're saying he's armed. He says he doesn't want to yell anymore, so he's given them his cell phone number. They are now talking to him on a cell phone. This all started up near M59 and a Romeo Plank. Michigan State Police chased this vehicle for a traffic violation, and he refused to stop. Came down M59 to 94, south on 94 to Metro Parkway. Macomb County Sheriff's hit him with a spike strip, sent his tires out, and he rolled, and he's been here for the last 45 minutes or so. So a standoff along 16 Mile at Shaner. Back to you guys in the studio.
But Tim, do they have there been any shots fired, or how is it, do you think, that they know that he is armed?
No, they know. They've been talking to him. They've been yelling his name. They seem to know who he is, and he has either told them that he has a weapon, or they know that he is known to carry a weapon. Yeah. And right now, again, as I say, he is hauled up in this upside-down vehicle on the edge of Metro Parkway. He's clearly seems to be physically well, because he's talking to police and in the middle of negotiations, shall we say?
Yeah. Indeed, avoid that area if you're headed to the
right.
Metro Parkway and Shaner. All right, Tim, thanks a lot.
Updates coming up throughout this newscast and on clickondetroit.com. Also, of course, first thing in the morning on Local 4 News today, starting at 4:30.
All right, our other big story tonight, a disturbing discovery. A newborn found dumped in the trash. And the baby's body was found last night in a garbage bin behind a home on Detroit's east side. Jason
Colthorpe live tonight in that neighborhood with more on what we know about what's happened so far. Jason?
Devin, we are learning more about what led up to this, and what you can't see in the darkness here at the corner of Yorkshire and Rosewood is how nice of a neighborhood this is, which is why it's still so shocking to the neighbors here when they learn about what happened. Earlier today, numerous police cars lining this street here, and if you walk with me, I know it's difficult to see in the darkness, but walk with me. This home here is where police say a woman lives, and either she or someone who lives here dumped a newborn baby out in a dumpster just a few feet out back and left it there to die. Detroit police say the 39-year-old woman who lives here showed up at the hospital last night with cramps and bleeding. In ICU, medical staff realized she'd recently given birth, but there was no baby with her or her 40-year-old husband who'd brought her. Officers were sent to their east side home on Yorkshire, where a baby's body was found out back in a trash bin just after 11.
And I saw I count them, 6 police cars lined up down here and around the corner, and a bunch of police officers standing on the porch.
Today, neighbors saw police again at the home, piecing together what happened.
There was a female at one point that had her hands cuffed behind her back, and she was led into the house, then back out, and then once back in, and that was about it.
Detroit police say the husband claims he did not know his wife was pregnant, and right now, no one is in custody. No one answered the door at the home tonight. Still, news of what happened has thrown every neighbor I've talked to on this block for a loop.
That's like really devastating. I feel like you could have gave the baby away, like adopted it, anyone, like, you know. I feel like it could have been better solutions to the situation.
DPD homicide handling this investigation. Now, of course, we'll be watching this into tomorrow to see if there are any arrests or charges in this case. We're live on the east side tonight. Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
Jason, do we know anything more about the people who live there?
Well, the house itself, neighbors tell me, is kind of one of those transition homes where they say a lot of people come and go, and they say these neighbors haven't been here that long. In fact, every neighbor that I've talked to, about half dozen at least, none of them really know them that well, but they say they have noticed a few things, like a lot of traffic, a lot of people coming and going, a lot of younger people. Whether that means anything, we don't know yet, but we'll be following it going forward, Devin.
Right, Jason. Kim?
A private chat on Instagram has now become a public mess for some of the players on Farmington High School's baseball team. Some are calling it racist, and it's all over the school. Mara McDonald is live there tonight at the school, and Mara, this went public today.
It sure did. Earlier this morning, Kimberly, the students got wind of it after one of the players on the team decided it needed to be made public. Take a look.
Blue watermelon shorts.
The boys on the baseball team have their own Instagram page that's private, and the chat they were having was private as well, until one of the players decided it needed to be exposed. It starts out with a picture of boxer shorts with watermelons on them, and the player who put it up there says, "I'll get all the black chicks." It gets worse from there.
As a black girl, you're raised to be, preparing for this kind of thing. But when you hear about it from people you know, and that's considered like a norm or locker room talk, it's really disheartening.
Some of the players on the team then go on to say how ugly black girls are, that they're inferior or annoying. Now, not all the boys are agreeing with these comments, and then there's a discussion of what is and what's not racist.
One of my friends went and said to one of the kids, "Hey, what's up with the baseball group chat?" And he was just like, "I don't know," kept his face down. His face was all red. They know what they did was wrong.
The screen caps of that private Instagram chat are now all over the school.
I think it's like one thing to think it and say it with your inner circle, but to type it on social media and stuff and knowing that it can be screenshotted and put out there and just have no fear about that, it's amazing that they think that's okay.
Back here live, the school district tells us they are investigating and they are aware of it in a statement from the district tonight, which reads in part, "Once the investigation is completed, administrators will make any necessary decisions regarding discipline. It is important to note that this does not represent the sentiment or overall character of our students." The superintendent then goes on to say that they would like to make this a teachable moment. We are live in Farmington tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Okay, Mara. A restaurant owner neighbors know as the Taco Man is in stable condition tonight, but in intensive care. Gunshot wound to the stomach, and police think he was followed home from his business and then robbed.
Oakland County Sheriff's deputies say 3 men in masks forced their way into the man's home at the Walton Manor Mobile Home Park. As he was walking inside, they forced him and 3 others to lie on the floor. Police believe they stole cash that he brought home from his Acapulco restaurant before shooting him in the stomach.
He gets along with everybody. He tries to help everybody. We just don't know what happened. Why would they do this to him? But thank God they say he's stable in the hospital right now. So hopefully we're all praying for him so he can recuperate and get back home as soon as possible.
Well, police don't have much to go on other than the fact that the suspects were driving a Chevy Suburban.
The FBI is remaining tight-lipped tonight on why agents raided the home and Lansing office of State Senator Burt Johnson. Our cameras were there as the feds and state police executed the search warrant at Johnson's home in Highland Park, carrying out boxes and a computer. Johnson has had some campaign finance issues in the past, but for this case, the warrants are sealed, so no information is being released. A settlement to replace water lines in Flint will go before a federal judge in Detroit tomorrow.
Today, the state and Flint agreed to replace 18,000 lead-tainted water lines by the year 2020. The deal settles a lawsuit over lead-contaminated water. $87 million is being set aside for the project, and it'll be paid for with state and federal money. More than 700 water lines have already been replaced.
The TSA, no stranger to controversial pat-downs. We've talked about those before, but this time a mom says security went too far while searching her son. We'll let you be the judge.
And a daycare worker arrested for what he was allegedly caught on camera doing to a child. And it's what he did afterward that's also troubling. Ben?
Kim, temperatures in the 40s as we get started tomorrow morning. Not a whole lot to smile about as far as the clouds go. We'll tell you when the sun actually returns. Coming up.
All right, Ben, but first, dozens of dogs killed by police, and the number is growing.
During those raids, the teams unfortunately shot 31 dogs.
31. Are officers crossing the line, or is that part of the job? The Defender Special Report is next.
And just an update on that breaking news. These are live pictures from Sterling Heights, where a man in a crashed car is in a standoff with police. There's the car there that's flipped over. He led police on a chase. He's refusing to get out of that vehicle now, and he's threatening to shoot police officers. He's negotiating with those police officers on his cell phone right now. We will remain on the scene until this is resolved, and we'll bring you updates on the air and on our website, clickondetroit.com.
Now, live
in the line of fire.
This dog here chained in the driveway.
Dozens of dogs killed each year by police.
Fired 2 shots.
And it's costing a local police department big bucks. And tonight, Detroit police are refuting allegations that their officers are shooting dogs at an alarming rate.
Lawsuits allege the officers have unnecessarily killed dogs on numerous occasions, but police tell Defender Kevin Dietz the high number of drug raids is leading to a large number of dog deaths.
Per capita, the city of Detroit is among the highest cities in America when it comes to police officers shooting dogs in the line of duty. It's cost taxpayers thousands of dollars in lawsuits, and it has some calling for more training. You're looking at police dash cam video. Officers racing to a scene. A suspect is on the run. A manhunt is underway, and Detroit police think he's hiding in this backyard. Officers exit their cars with guns drawn. It's hard to see, but tethered on a chain to the side of the house is a barking dog. You hear an officer radio in to dispatch.
I'll take this dog down.
The dispatcher radios back.
My badge 2639, did it take effect, sir?
Fired 2 shots.
The dog's owner was not part of this crime.
Oh, he's dying.
His dog was not loose.
It wasn't necessary under the circumstances.
Attorney Chris Olson sued the city and won over $100,000 for the dog's owner. He says unnecessary dog shootings happen too often in Detroit. In another lawsuit, Olson is suing after police shot a dog that was secured behind a closed door.
The police officers shot that dog to death through the door. Now, their story is that the dog opened the bathroom door and was coming out to eat them.
The defenders pulled destruction of animal reports and found dozens of dogs are shot every year in Detroit by police, most during drug raids. Assistant Chief James White says killing dogs is an unfortunate reality in a dangerous drug war.
In 2016, 1,144 known narcotic locations. During those raids, the teams unfortunately shot 31 dogs.
He says if it were happening on regular police runs, it would be a problem.
This isn't Fluffy the family pet in many instances.
But not during drug raids.
Door comes off the hinges, you know, there's pandemonium, people are running. Perpetrator in many instances has a weapon themselves, can start shooting. Sometimes the dog is used as a tactic.
We don't quarrel with police officers' right to defend themselves at all.
Olson says his lawsuits have uncovered a lack of training when it comes to alternatives to shooting dogs. And he found one Detroit cop has killed 69 dogs.
In my view, when you have shot 69 dogs in your work, I think that's hunting.
We don't find that in the department that we have any officers that are, quote, hunting dogs.
White says the officer responsible for 69 dog shootings has the most dangerous job in the department.
First in the door, and there are the shotgun men on those raids.
Calling the policy that officers can shoot a dangerous animal that is posing a threat, providing bystanders are not in jeopardy, a good policy.
We're not perfect. If there is an instance that the actions were unreasonable, then it's important that we as managers take the appropriate corrective action.
Police say they will not be changing the policy, but they will look at programs that have worked in other cities in hopes of reducing the number of dogs killed on the streets of Detroit. Kevin Dietz, Defenders.
All right, Kevin, and here's a look at what Karen Drew is working on for tomorrow night.
I was just born that way. Born with a hand difference, not only is Ryan achieving, but her family is changing attitudes.
I wanted to create what I needed those first days, those first hours when my daughter was born.
A campaign to educate and empower, gaining global attention. And it all started in a home in Oakland County. The Lucky Finn Project, tomorrow at 11.
Hey, Karen. Pretty temperate out there tonight, it feels to me.
Oh, I didn't get to go out. I hadn't been out since earlier today. So
you were Facebook Live tonight.
Oh, that's true. Talking about the Gamecocks.
Talking about Gamecocks.
Kind of consumed.
She's a little focused right now, so I know the feeling.
Important stuff.
That's right. You know? Thank you.
But you're right. It is definitely on the mild side of things. And one thing we don't have out there is the rain. Don't like to show blank radars here most nights, but did want to show you that there's not a whole lot out there until you get south of the state line. And even then, this stuff is pretty light. By the time, if any of this works its way into our south zone or really even into our metro zone, it's going to be probably in the form of a couple spits of drizzle as we head overnight and into tomorrow morning. Generally, most of this rain is going to stay to our south. As you can see, the entire thing is sort of rotating and moving to the east. And we've stayed away from the rust up. There have been showers and thunderstorms, severe limits south of the Ohio River, and that's where it's going to remain as we are under just some mild conditions tonight. Still a lot of clouds, and that's the way we're going to start tomorrow. 55 is the temperature right now at Metro. We've got a 9-mile-an-hour wind. Pressure's right about to where we would consider the midpoint there, 2991. So not real high, not real low. You can see where the colder air is parked off to our north and west. 32 in Marquette, some mid-30s here in Ludington, 38 in Traverse City, and then we've got the mid-50s. So that temperature that's out there right now, that's above our average high for the day this time of year. So definitely on the mild side of things, but we're going to see those numbers slowly slip just a little bit as we head into midweek. This low moves to the east and takes the core of the moisture with it. Again, if we see anything tonight, overnight, it's going to be just a couple areas of drizzle. Generally, though, it's clouds until we get into the mid to late afternoon hours tomorrow. So if we're lucky, a couple hours where we'll see some breaks of sunshine towards sunset. But Wednesday, much brighter, high pressure settles in, and then we start seeing rain on the horizon, but it's going to stay away from us until Thursday late. That's when we'll see our next round, at least likely chance of getting wet. So tonight, 45 degrees, possibility of getting some drizzle. Most of it's just going to stay dry, especially in areas that are north of the city. Here's your 4-zone forecast. High temperatures tomorrow, not quite the 60s that we saw today, 51 in Dearborn and Detroit. Some upper 40s here across the northern part of our metro zone. South zone temperatures will be all in the 50s, even out here towards Lake Erie, where we're just around 50 degrees there in Luna Pier and Monroe. West zone, 40-degree temperatures, except for Ann Arbor and Canton, you'll be at 50 degrees. Chelsea at 51, everybody else in the upper 40s. And save for Lapeer, which is at 50 degrees, everybody else is going to be in the mid to upper 40s in our north zone for high temperatures tomorrow. So we will see those clouds break late, but just a few breaks of sunshine, and then temperatures start becoming a little bit cooler as we head towards the middle of the week. We'll make up for it with a nice weekend ahead.
Okay, Ben, if you're just joining us, we want to get you back to that breaking news situation in Sterling Heights where police are in a standoff with a driver after a chase that ended in a crash.
Tim Pamplin on the scene with the night cam and an update here. Tim, anything new?
Yeah, guys, we got some movement here. Not too sure what's going on. The vehicle in question is there. It's wrecked. It's rolled. The driver is inside talking to police. Police are now backing up. They got that ballistic shield you see there. They are backing up and moving forward again. I did see a couple of K9 units have come to the scene. The situation is developing rather rapidly. We'll come right back in just a few moments.
When you're selling your
All right, the video is so disturbing that we can't show it all to you. A daycare worker accused of slamming a 4-year-old girl to the ground. Surveillance video from the Texas daycare shows the little girl being grabbed by the arm. We're stopping the video before the worker allegedly throws her to the floor. That daycare worker then takes her to the other side of the room to clean up the blood on her face. She suffered a busted lip and damage to her teeth. The worker is now facing abuse charges.
TSA at the Dallas airport responding to the video of a pat down that has been getting national attention. A mom recorded her son getting patted down yesterday. She says they were detained for an hour but didn't set off any detectors. She says she asked that her son be screened in other ways since he suffers from a sensory disorder and has anxiety. TSA says they detained them for 35 minutes after their laptop set off an alarm. TSA says they brought in police to help with the mother's concerns as well. $2,000 stolen twice after a man robbed a Philadelphia laundromat.
The man who was armed with a knife ran out with the cash. When the owner chased him, he threw the cash on the ground. The money was stolen again by onlookers who grabbed it off the street. The owner ended up shooting the robber, and a stray bullet hit an innocent bystander. She'll be okay, but the robber is still in critical condition. Police are hoping that people who picked up the cash will eventually turn it in.
The standoff continues along 16-mile Metro Parkway at Shana after a high-speed pursuit through Macomb County ends in a rollover wreck. That wanted man inside his wrecked vehicle. Police say he's armed. He doesn't want to come out. It's a standoff. And it's going to get a little tricky here shortly because police have now brought the dogs in. That's the scene right now. Back to you guys.
All right, Tim, we'll keep an eye on it and we'll keep you advised. Yep.